Hi, Rhett Van Scooter here, owner of Van Scooter Insurance Agency. Thanks for checking out my video blog. This week on my blog, I thought I'd lighten it up a little bit and give you a little bit some different information than I normally do. Normally on these blogs I can get into kind of some weighty information like policy language and different claim scenarios. It can be very detailed. This week I thought I'd just get right down to brass tacks, get to what everyone wants to hear, is how can you save some money on your car insurance or your insurance in general. So I'm going to give you some quick tips in this video that pretty much anyone can walk away with immediately and implement and hopefully save you some money on your insurance. So first off, take a New York State approved defensive driving course. It's going to save you around 10% on your auto insurance. If you call the office to get an auto quote, I can almost guarantee that when you speak to Anthony, the words that come out of his mouth will be, I strongly urge you to take a defensive driving course to save some money. I must hear him say that 5 times a day. And you know what? He's exactly right. Everyone should take that course. Because you know what? You can invest a little bit of money and a little bit of time and save a nice chunk of money. For example, I quoted an estimate today for a current client. They were looking to save some money. Two drivers, 2 cars in the household. If they both take the course, courses run anywhere from $25 to $40 per person. So let's say $35 per person. So they invest $70 in this defensive driving course. Take a little bit of their time. They were going to save the first year $159 on their auto insurance. It's a no-brainer because they're going to get that for the next, they get that for 3 years. So not only the first year, but 2 years following as well. It's easy. Everyone should do it. You can even take it online. If you don't know where to go, you can't find a New York State approved course online, go to our website, vanscooterinsurance.com. I have a link right on the homepage that will direct you to a New York State approved site, but you can go anywhere and take the course as long as it's New York State approved. You just need to send a copy of the certificate to your insurance agent or company to get that discount applied. Next off, review your deductibles. Now typically for an auto policy, the most common deductible I see for comprehensive and collision is $500. And I think that's a reasonable amount. Usually, someone can scrape together $500, if they need to get their car back on the road if it's been in an accident. So I don't think that's an unreasonable amount. If your deductibles are less than that, you should seriously look into getting a quote for the $500 deductible. If you have a $100 deductible or a $250 deductible, at least take the opportunity to get a quote to see what it would cost if you had higher deductibles. The savings can be worth it, especially if you're a good driver and you've rarely had any accidents at all. Why pay more money to the insurance company than you have to? Take that money and put it in your pocket. I always prefer the savings. So next is a homeowner's policy. Same deal. I usually see a $500 deductible on the homeowner's policy. This is one where I would recommend everyone to look at a $1,000 deductible. The savings is usually worth it. And plus, you're less likely to have a claim on your home policy than you are your auto policy. So a $1,000 deductible, hopefully you'll never have to use it. But even if you do, if you are at all handy, or if you know someone who's handy who's willing to pitch in and do some of the repair work yourselves, that $1,000 deductible isn't really $1,000. Because if you do some of the work yourselves, you kind of save that money, so you don't actually have to pay out $1,000. So if you're willing to do a little work yourself, it's definitely worth it. The next off is check your mileage. Your auto policy is rated by how many miles you drive to and from work and how many miles you drive annually. So you want to make sure that those are as accurate as possible. If you made a recent change, if you move closer to your work, call your agent or insurance company, have them adjust the mileage appropriately. If you're retired, you're not logging in that 20-mile commute each day, and your annual mileage is going to go down as well. You definitely want to let the insurance company know because those are going to affect your rates. The first break for distance to work is usually a 3-mile break. So if you're less than 3 miles, you get a little break on your insurance. If you're more than 3, you pay a little bit more. The break for annual mileage is usually around 8,000 miles a year. It varies a little bit from insurance company to insurance company. And then the next break from there is usually 12 miles to and from work, or 15,000 miles annually. So if you're around those breaks and you see yourself going up or down, give your insurance agent or company a call. It never hurts to take a look at the mileage to see if you can save some money. Now, the last thing is know your car. When people call us for an auto quote, they give us their VIN number. It populates most of the information that we need. It'll give us a year, make, model, horsepower, cost new, whether it has anti-lock brakes or not. The most common, aspect of the vehicle I see that it doesn't automatically populate is usually the alarm system, because usually those are optional. Most cars are coming with them these days, but they do differentiate between an active alarm and a passive alarm. Now, an active alarm is if you have to actually, hit that key fob and turn your car on, lock the door so the alarm activates every single time. That's an active alarm. So obviously, a passive alarm is, hey, if I just stuck the keys in my pocket and I walked away, the car is going to lock automatically and the alarm is going to turn on automatically without me having to do anything. Now, you know what? The discount between the two of those alarms isn't great. It isn't significant, but you know what? Every penny counts, and I don't want you to pay any more to the insurance company than you're required to. So that's why it's important. So, if you would like us to review your auto and home insurance to see if we can save you some money, to see if you're getting the best value for your insurance dollar, give us a call at the number below. We'd be happy to help you out. Remember, Van Scooter Insurance Agency, don't be fooled by the name. We insure more than vans and scooters. I thought I'd just get right down to brass tacks. What everyone wants to hear is how can you save money on your insurance. So I'm going to give you some quick tips that pretty much anyone can walk away with immediately